Good morning, everyone. It's Mr. Martin here with your grammar for today, Wednesday, the 29th of April. So, as we did on Monday, we started with this new letter. We know that we're editing it, which means we're doing cups, which is capitalization, usage, punctuation, spelling. We have our central idea, which is letter to Simon from Jonathan about pollution problems and the need for recycling, right? We already went through and did questions 7 and 8 on Monday, and today we're going to really focus on questions number 9 and number 10. All right, so let's get started. What change, if any, should be made in the underlying sentence in lines 9 and 10? So what change, if any, lines 9 and 10? As always, not a memory test. Let's go back and look at lines 9 and 10. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit early. We cannot just close the mills because people need paper. Also, many people work in the mills and need his or her jobs to pay bills. Also, many people work in the mills and need his or her jobs to pay bills. Let's think about what is awkward about this sentence. What's awkward about this sentence? For me, it was his or her jobs right here. This seems a little bit awkward, and there's an easier way to say that. So does anybody know an easier way that we can say like his or her? Also, many people work in the mills and need jobs to pay. His or her jobs. I'm gonna say maybe there and need their jobs, something like that to pay. Let's see if there is an option. Let's go back and look at question number 9. It says change mills lowercase to uppercase. So they work at the mills. It's not the name of the mill, so it's not a proper noun. So I would not do that one. His or her to their. We said that one because that his or her seemed awkward and there is a little bit all encompassing, right? More than one person, plural pronoun there, okay? Change the period after bills to a question mark. Let's go back and look. To pay their bills. It's not asking if they need to do that, it's telling you that they need that job to pay their bills. So that's not a question. And since we have that one here, make no change is not correct. Okay. So what is your I know because? What is your IKB? Go ahead and take about 30 seconds. What is your IKB for that one? Oops, sorry, it's blurry, guys. So what I put is I know because there is an easier and clearer way to say his or her. This feels awkward. There's an easier, clearer way to say that, okay? Let's go ahead to number 10, and then we're gonna save 11 and 12 for Friday. What change, if any, should be made to the underlying sentence in lines 13 and 14? Good. What change, if any, should be made to the underlying sentence in lines 13 and 14? Let's go back and look. So I'm going to read from however, and then continue through 13 and 14. However, it will take a lot of money to change the way mills make paper. It would be easier to recycle our old paper, okay? So looking for what change needs to go there. Always going through my cups and move it over here. So capitalization first, let's check that. Capitals, capitalize the beginning of the word or sentence. I don't see any proper nouns in there that need to be capitalized and nothing that should be capitalized. It's not, so that's okay. Usage, making sure my nouns and my verbs match. It will be easier to recycle our old paper. That matches. Punctuation. There's a period at the end. There's only one clause, so there's no need for commas. There's no fanboys. Good. Spelling, that's the last one. So it, I know. Will, correct. Be, correct. Easier. Okay. To recycle our old paper. The only words in here that we might have trouble with if we didn't know how to spell, maybe it would be recycle and easier. We can look it up, recycle. I'm gonna let you know, recycle, that is spelled correctly. The problem right here is easier, right? there's something that's missing here, and it goes with our spelling rules. If we have a verb that ends in a Y, okay? If we have a verb that ends in a Y, you drop the Y and you add what? I-E-R. E-A-S-I-E-R. We don't put the Y, we drop that Y and we add I-E-R. Let's see if we can find a correct spelling of easier in one of our answer choices, okay? So, change will be to had been. He's talking about the future, not in the past, so that doesn't make sense. He's talking about changing the future. Easier to that I-E-R. We just said that, okay? Add a comma after our. Let's go ahead and look and see if that makes sense. Our, comma, old paper. That's not a new clause, and there's no fanboy there. That doesn't make sense. And we know make no change doesn't make sense because we already have a question mark right there. So what is your I know because? What is your I know because? So this is incorrect. We figured that out. How do you know, or sorry, this is correct. How do we know that this one is incorrect and that is correct? Go ahead and take about 20, 30 seconds to write your proof. So I'm gonna put I know because the rule is drop the Y and add I-E-R, okay? That is our rule for those Y words. Drop the Y, add I-E-R, okay? Easier, I-E-R. All right, thank you guys for being with me. Ooh, got a crazy piece of hair right there. Thanks for being with me today, this morning, April 29th. As I said, we'll have 2 more that we're going to answer on Friday. Please make sure that you're following along with the Google form that's on your classroom drive or the link that your teacher has given you so that you get credit for being with me today and you get credit for doing your grammar. I hope that you have a wonderful Wednesday. Get outside, enjoy the nice warm weather, and we'll see each other on Friday. Thanks, guys.